Hello, welcome Aquarius. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to your readings and messages. Welcome to the collective. Welcome to the collective energies that we are all so deep into right now. There is a generalized feeling and almost like smog over top of everybody, a planetary development of feelings and emotions that unfortunately not a single person has complete control over. So it really is a challenging time. But when we speak about challenges, a challenge or an obstacle that we are pushing ourselves to move past, really, when we look at it, is there as a blessing, because that blessing is an opportunity for growth. And what else are we here to do other than grow towards who we are supposed to become while we hold space here on Earth and in this universal collective energy? So it really is beautiful and moving when you think about it, because what we are here to do is just become who we are in our heart space. So when I speak about who we are in our heart space, this means our soul. Our soul is who we truly are when we are here, and not the exterior masks and exterior body that we actually present to other people. The things that we don't speak about enough are the things that are deep seated within our heart and our soul when I speak about our heart. So it really is a really beautiful day, and it's a beautiful opportunity to be able to sit here and speak about these things together. So I came down into my space this morning knowing that I had my last two readings to complete before the whole zodiac circle was complete, and I'm coming into Aquarius very full-bodied, I guess I could say. I came down into my room and I started listening to this person that I really enjoy listening to when it comes to a motivational mindset, so to speak. So, and then I started kind of stretching and flexing and getting myself into flow, and I looked over at my moon water in the corner of my room, and I wanted to drink a water, and then part of me wanted to save the moon water because I had other intentions and plans for it. It wasn't to drink. It was I was going to use it to make some room sprays and so on and so forth. But I decided to just drink the water because it was in fact moon water that I made over a course of evenings under the full moonlight, and you know, just so that water embodies like a beautiful ray of energy. And funny thing about the moon water is, as soon as I drank it, I was overwhelmed with emotions. It was intense, and it got me to thinking that Aquarius, as I move into your energy, I'm moving into my moon energy. So I'm a Libra sun, Aquarius moon, and Virgo rising sign. So I have a really weird mix, but very airy mix. So I'm definitely in my mind space a lot, which, you know, it isn't such a bad thing most times. But anyways, I am ruled by Aquarius when it comes to that heart space stuff I was talking about, what is in your heart and what not everybody sees all the time, and it's very overwhelming, because it's the things that you truly love and desire and sometimes don't feel capable enough to talk about those things fluidly with, you know, people around you, or when you do talk about those things and it is flowing out of you, maybe, you know, you don't feel like completely heard or connected with, because it is just such a deep, like, inner truth, and, you know, not everybody can see what's inside you. So anyways, that was a really big message. Let's get into you. So first off, I just wanted to begin with how I started this mission of expression and enlightened messages from Spirit. I started with a regular deck of playing cards because it was super symbolic to me to start this process or this journey with something completely brand new. So the thing about the original playing cards deck is that it's a little bit more challenging to read than original tarot, because tarot has descriptive pictures on each card, which helps you encompass that energy a little bit easier. And then also there's no major arcana in this deck of playing cards except for the Fool. But I think it is a really beautiful message because the Fool is the initiator of all. The Fool represents that moment of enlightenment. It represents that moment of jumping to what it is that your heart desires. It represents having faith, not being able to see what's coming next, but having faith that what's coming next will be there for you when you take that step. So a really beautiful message in that. And once we are complete those messages, I'm going to pull a card from my Chakra Wisdom Tarot, so we could talk about some potential color energy that you may need to work within or encompass or embellish on to be able to continue your path on spiritual enlightenment and your journey forward into your highest good and whatever it is that your heart desires. So once we're completed that, I'm going to pull one card from my Osho Zen Tarot. And my Osho Zen Tarot deck is very deep and profound, and the messages are very beautiful, and they're large messages. So I will read from the book for that, because I want you to get the full meal deal when it comes to that energy. So without further ado, I would just like to thank you for being here with me one more time, and I invite you to take everything that resonates into your current energies, and anything that doesn't, just leave behind, because that message isn't for you, it's for somebody else. Because this is a general zodiac reading, not every single thing will be for you, but there will be messages that are. So Spirit, Divine Source, Holy Father, angels, Spirit guides, thank you for showing me everything that Aquarius needs to hear right now. Thank you for showing me clear messages so I can communicate them as clearly as possible to Aquarius. Thank you for showing me all the messages that are in Aquarius' highest good. Thank you for showing me messages of love and light and guidance into their personal situation and current energies. Spirit, give me 6 messages. 6 messages for Aquarius, please. There's one. Spirit, give me 5 more messages for Aquarius. 5 more. Woo! Okay, hold the phone. 1, 2. Okay. We got all 5 here. Now I just gotta figure out how they wanted these laid out. This 2 is over here. I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. I got my heater on and spring is starting to happen, and I've noticed that my dogs are kind of getting me a little touch of the hay fever feeling. So today I've been kind of red around my nose area too, which is super weird. But anyways, let's get into your message. So we have a progression of numbers. The progression is backwards right now though, which can mean 2 different things. It can mean that you are going backwards in your spiritual progression, or you're going forwards, and this is just how these cards fell out. You start with the 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords energy is, it's coming to the end of a really challenging cycle. That cycle was a mental and airy struggle. You're coming to the end of that struggle and coming into, sorry, excuse me, I'm just trying to get comfortable. You're coming into a 9 of Diamonds energy, which is in comparison to 9 of Pentacles in traditional tarot. And that is it's a card of being a master manifester. It's generally a feminine energy and a very independent, strong, on your own feminine energy, but beautiful, very sought after, and it's very successful. So financial gain is on the table for you. Because your next energy that comes in is the 8 of Diamonds, which is compared to the 8 of Pentacles again, and that energy is mastery of your personal work, your self-work. So you could be very sought after and a master at the things that you do, which is really beautiful energy. But coming after that, we have the 7 of Hearts, which we compare to the 7 of Cups. So this may be a situation where you have many options, and you could spend some time in introspection when it comes to those options. But whatever movement and choice you make, it's moving you into the Queen of Diamonds energy, which is again your Queen of Pentacles energy. So it's very successful, fruitful, self-sufficient, balanced energy. You will have financial success. You will have financial success, but you will spend some time in introspection and trying to balance out your current energies. And those energies can be a very airy type energy where you spend too much time inside your brain and not enough time just making, taking action and making, you know, forward movement into the energy that you are embodying, which is very strong, balanced energy. So whether this is a natural progression towards that Queen of Pentacles energy, or if it's towards that Two of Pentacles energy. So you are either moving yourself towards completion and you know, embodying that divine feminine energy and having the ability to create a very financially abundant future for yourself or anybody else around you, and you can share that abundance, or you will go into a time of introspection where, you know, you will try to juggle both worlds. But to be truly connected to that higher source, you need to let the push for it go. I'm getting like a message around not pushing up against it, just letting it flow to you, instead of, you know, trying to figure it out. So I'm going to pull a card from our Chakra Wisdom Tarot just to get further insight into this energy here. Give me a second. These cards are huge. They're huge. Okay. Spirit, give me one card for Aquarius. Give me one card for Aquarius. Oh my goodness, we got 1,000,000. Okay, so 2 came out upwards. So I'm going to take these 2. And okay, so the energy that you need to work within right now is working in your heart chakra and working in your third eye chakra. You have the Queen of Coins here twice on the table. So this is the energy that you're moving towards. This is the energy that you will be embodying when you go through your natural progression of self-mastery and focusing in. So this 8 of Cups is asking you to focus in on putting your eye on the prize, which is your Queen of Pentacles energy. 4 of Cups comes in as well. So spending some time in your heart space, figuring out exactly what you want, and knowing that the divine source is always there for you, and it always wants to bring you whatever it is that you need. So you need not worry about cups that have spilt. You need not worry about spilt milk, because it's always there for you. So just take heed to that fact and tap into the source that is always around you, and continue on your path of progression, and, you know, work on whatever that mental state that you may be in or moving away from, because this is also the completion of that cycle of that, you know, stagnant, you know, thought process or whatever it is. You're coming out of that and you're moving into the Queen of Coins, which is very balanced and very stable and financially fruitful energy. So it's there for you. So it's really beautiful. I'm just going to pull you one more card. We're going into the Osho Zen Tarot deck. This message is for Aquarius. Divine, please give me one message for Aquarius to close out their messages here today. Oh, my shuffling is out of control. Divine, please give me one message for Aquarius. Courage. Courage. Back to green energy again. So this is going deep within this hard exterior that you have created to let growth happen. Let that progress bring in your success and your fruitfulness and that balanced, stable energy. Let that growth happen. To me, it's like this card is talking about breaking down that hard exterior to become what is meant to be. Okay, so let's get the real message here. 18. This card shows a small wildflower that has met the challenge of the rocks and stones in its path to emerge into the light of day. Surrounded by an aura of bright golden light, it exposes the majesty of its tiny self. Unashamed, it is equal to the brightest sun. When we are faced with a very difficult situation, we have a choice. We can either be resentful and try to find somebody or something to blame for the hardships, or we can face the challenge and grow. The flower shows us the way. It has its passion for life and leads it out of the darkness into the light. There is no point fighting against the challenges of life or trying to avoid or deny them. They are there, and if the seed is to become the flower, we must go through them. Be courageous enough to grow into the flower you are meant to be. The seed cannot know what is going to happen. The seed has never known the flower, and the seed cannot even believe that he has the potentiality to become a beautiful flower. Long is the journey, and it is always safer not to go on that journey, because unknown is the path. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing can be guaranteed. Thousands and one are the hazards of the journey, and many are the pitfalls, and the seed is secure, hidden inside a hard core. But the seed tries, it makes an effort, it drops the hard shell, which is its security. It starts moving. Immediately, the fight starts, the struggle with the soil, with the stones, with the rocks, and the seed was very hard, and the sprout will be very, very soft, and the dangers will be many. There was no danger for the seed. The seed could have survived for millennia, but for the sprout, many are the dangers. But the sprout starts towards the unknown, towards the sun, towards the source of light, and knowing where, not knowing why. Great is the cross to be carried, but the dream possesses the seed, and the seed moves. The same is the path for man. Much courage will be needed. So the message here is that you will need much courage to let go of whatever burdens that may have been hindering you from your personal growth. And that's why this progression was backwards. So it went 9, 8, 7 rather than 7, 8, 9, because you have maybe sitting in a mind space where it has been easier to go backwards in your thought processes and in your just forward momentum in your personal story and journey. So what this is asking you to do is, just like we were talking about in the beginning of the reading, just be the fool and take the leap of faith and know that all of the abundance and beauty and prosperity, it's all there for you. There is an incubation phase, though. There's always an incubation phase, and that incubation phase it's challenging and it's fragile. This is where we are most vulnerable, but we must go through vulnerability and work from our heart space and work from that green chakra energy, which is your heart chakra, to be able to create this embodiment of the divine feminine and embodiment of the master manifester and embodiment of the most beautiful and fruitful place to be within your time and space. Energy, just, beautiful and strong and stable and financially abundant seems to be the theme of this reading. So clearly that's where you want to be. Queen of Coins, divine energy, she also has the ability to pick and choose any suitor that they please as well. So you could be on a path of moving towards that love of your life, you know. That's why we need to move by our heart space. So it's a really beautiful message, and I am totally blessed to had the opportunity to bring it to you, and I hope that some of these messages resonated with you, and thank you for being here with me.